Hey, welcome back to Dogtography. Phoenix, Asher, and I are here at the beautiful cherry blossom trees in downtown London, Ontario. We are going to show you today how to take better pictures of your dog with all of the gorgeous spring blossoms. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Andrea Fleury and welcome to Dogtography. My channel is all about how to take better images of your dog and how to create some really super fun memories. I walk you through different tips and tutorials and techniques. I sometimes show you behind the scenes of my professional career as a dog photographer, all while just trying to have some fun and enjoy time with our dogs. So today I'm going to show you how to do 3 different style shots using these blossom trees. I'm going to show you a wide angle shot where we get kind of like all of the environment and around us. We're going to do more of a medium shot and then more of what I would call a portrait shot. We're going to boost Asher up so he's nice and high up where he's got the blossoms kind of in the background behind his head, which is going to require using a table. So that's going to be fun. Phoenix is my handler today. I definitely recommend having a helper. So I guess that's tip number 1. Get yourself a reliable helper because it's really hard to do these on your own unless you're really good at tethering your dog in place, which I have done here. So this is my 3rd year photographing here and I didn't always have a Phoenix. I'm lucky that I have Phoenix this year, but I did bring my metal tether, like the corkscrew tether with me last year and his long line, and I got him into place where I wanted him. But that takes a lot more time and it's a bit more stressful for them. So if you have a friend or someone that your dog knows and enjoys and will listen to sometimes, grab them and bring them with you and get ready to shoot. So the first thing we're going to try today is using a table. Now the advantage of a table is it helps boost the dog up so that they're in line with all of these cherry blossoms. The really tricky thing about cherry blossoms is that they're on a tree. So they're up high and you have a small dog. So it's kind of hard to kind of get both in alignment without using something to elevate the subject up. Now with this, I'm strategically placing the table behind some of the strands of blossoms that are coming down because I want them to kind of frame his face. I've got like a nice hole here, so I'm going to try and shoot through that. Now this all sounds good in theory, but we'll see what it looks like when I get to shooting. You're also going to be paying attention to what is in the background as well. So I'm hoping that this other tree and some more blossoms will kind of be fuzzed out in the background, so out of focus. I am going for a really narrow depth of field, which means the focus is on his face and the rest of the background should be fuzzed out. I'm going to try it with my 70-200 portrait lens on my camera, but I'm also going to try portrait mode on my cell phone and we're going to see how that goes as well. So I'm just going to try and line him up, sit. So Phoenix's job as the handler is to make sure, or to try and keep him on the table so he's not going to jump off, but then also to stay out of my shot. So it's a tricky balance, but I feel like Asher is going to be pretty good. With this, you want to use high reward, high value treats to get his attention on you. Take a shot and come back and reward him. So we're going to try that now. Again, I'm walking around positioning my camera to where I can get some nice fuzzed out blossoms.
Asher, sit, stay. Asher, sit, stay.
Good boy. Do you want to go for a walk? Walk! Oh, walkies! Here, Asher! Asher! Hey, over here. Okay, I'm going to switch to my cell phone now. Asher, what's this? What's this? Yes! Who's a good boy? Yay! And treat. Ah, that's looking really good. So I'm trying not to get a lot of the table. I'm trying to get like head, neck, and shoulders with him. Oh, that was a good boy, yes. And I'm gonna try and not drop my phone and do some horizontals. Here, what's this? Perfect, nice job, Ashy. Nicely done, my friend. So another tip I have is I always carry a pair of like pruning shears or whatever these are called, I'm not a gardener, in my camera bag with me because I always have to do a little landscaping while I'm out. So another little tip that you can do when you're photographing blossoms is to cut yourself a little sprig of blossoms that you can hold up in front of your lens. And I'm going to show you how that works. But I want to tell you that oftentimes I see people really mistreating these trees and the blossoms when they're here. They're either pulling them off or they're pulling the branches down to try and get them near their dog's face. I do not recommend that. I want to suggest that you treat the trees with respect. We're just going to cut off a little bit. And again, I'm not going to pull it and yank the branch down. They're very fragile. So just bring a pair of these or bring a little pair of scissors or like a Swiss Army knife or something, and you're good to go. Just cut off a little piece. So I'm going to see if I can get him to stay there, and I'm going to use these blossoms. So I'm putting my camera back on portrait mode. Stay. So you might have to touch over your dog's face and lock and hold it until you see the AF lock. And then that way, if you stay,
Asher, sit.
Back. Sit.
Asher,
Sit.
Good boy.
No, over here. Over. Yes. Good boy, look at me. Look at me. Asher, what's this? Asher, what's this? So another tip that I have for you is about light. So today is a very overcast day. It's about 3 or so in the afternoon, which is not generally a time when I would be out shooting and doing dog photos. I generally like to work 2 hours after the sun rises and 2 hours before the sun sets. But I feel like overcast is perfectly acceptable for this type of a situation. And then you have freedom to move around. You're not having to worry about where's the sun at? Is it blowing out the background? Is there too much shade on my dog's face and the background is too light? Which in this particular location, I've had a lot of trouble with. So I generally photograph here at 7 in the morning, if not a little earlier, but clients don't generally want to beat me before 7 in the morning. But because when the sunlight starts shining through, I find it really lights up the background and it makes it what we call hot, blown out, overexposed, way too bright and sunny looking. And then these trees cause shade. So it just looks strange. So I want to encourage you to really take into consideration the light, where the sun is, maybe try and backlight your dog so that the sun is directly behind them and maybe some nice pretty light is coming through the blossoms, but try to avoid direct sunlight onto their face, causing any like squinting or bright spots in the image. Maybe aim for an overcast day if you can. We don't always have control over when we get nice weather to do these things either. So it's just something that I want to encourage you to just have in mind. So the portraits were a nice success. So now we're going to do some of him standing on the ground, like in the grass, not on the table. And to get more of what I would call like a medium shot, which is still kind of where he's front and center or just slightly off to the side within the frame. But we can see some nice blossoms. We're gonna have to get creative with where exactly to position him so that you can still see the cherry trees, and to make sure that there is not a tree or a branch growing out of the back of his head. So when it comes to composition, you really wanna be aware as to where you line your dog up. And you gotta get creative, be, picky with what you're doing. So very intentional shots here, as much as you can with an animal. So I know it's hard, but we're gonna try, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see where we can go. What I'd like to see is if he could come about here. And let's move you. Sit, off, sit, stay, stay. And we're just gonna see what happens. Now, again, you're gonna wanna photograph him down low to the ground. So make sure you can back up, stay. Asher, yes, who's a good boy? Stay. Asher, what's this? Good boy. Okay, now I'm gonna flip to my cell phone. That was really good. This is a great spot. Let's try with the cell phone. Asher, are you ready? Ready? And catch it. Good, stay. Now I'm gonna try some horizontal. Stay, sit, stay. Asher, ready? Ready. And look on his face. You're hilarious. Good boy. So these are what I call like mid-range shots. So he's front and center in the image. There's a little bit of the environment to either side of him, but it's not a big wide giant shot, which we're gonna do last. Good. Looking for some candid looks. Love it. I love how his head is just kind of going, looking at the world. I'm gonna zoom in. Oh, are you looking at me? Hey, wait, what's this? What's this? Ready? Gotcha. Good boy. So we're gonna start with a wide angle shot where we get in all the trees, like, you know, up to the top of the tree and definitely down into the grass. So I call this a wide shot. I've selected to put Asher right here for a reason. So first of all, I'm framing him in between this tree and this tree, which is kind of behind Phoenix a bit. So I'm gonna put him right smack dab in the middle. And if he's a little off, I'm just gonna move myself instead of getting picky and moving him around. I'm just gonna keep him there and see if I can move myself around. And I've also moved him out away from the trees. So not all the way back where he's still in them. I'm moving him in front of them by about, I don't know, 10, 15 feet, so that we can get them nice in the background and so that they're out of focus. I don't want them in sharp focus. I still want the focus to be on him. Okay, so let's see if we can line him up. Phoenix is going to be in the shot for this one, but my intention is to edit him out of this one. So you'll see him eventually walk Asher off to the side, and I'm just gonna get a shot of the background without Phoenix in it so I can edit him out easily in post-production. So I'm positioning him like this on purpose. I want to see the side of his body. I don't want him just directly facing me where he looks like just two legs and a head and a chest. I wanna see his fur and the pattern in his fur. And I'm gonna see, there's more dogs around us, so I'm gonna see if I can get his attention, even just for a second, to get this shot. Now again, I'm framing him in between these trees. I'm using his distraction to my advantage. And I'm giving him lots of room to look into. Stay. Asher, what's this? What's this? Oh, he's a good boy. Asher, here, ready? Catch it! Again, I'm being mindful of framing him in these trees. Asher, ready? Yeah, what's that? What's that, Asher? So there you have it. That is a photo shoot in the blossoms with some of my favorite tips on how to get some really great results with even just a cell phone camera. I hope you enjoyed today's session, and maybe we'll have some more blossom shoots later this spring. We'll see how it goes, but I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to go out, make some memories with your dog. Tag me on social at dogtographies.ca so that we can see them, share them, like them, and good luck and have some fun. Bye for now.